Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Customs. So today I'm sharing with you a Popculture Shock Street Fighter Ken statue that's been customized into Violent Ken version. Now it's a really cool statue, a little bit of problems with it. I'll go over all that stuff, but the really cool thing now, this is a really cool one-of-a-kind statue. It's Violent Ken. He's really dark and, kind of like, sinister looking. But Adam, NomadRyu on YouTube channel actually commissioned a extra head for his Ken, and you're able to pick up a copy or two from him. So what I did is, this was the regular Ken. He didn't have the change of head option, so I had to pop off the head. So once I got the head popped off, I designed it with a magnet. So the really cool thing now is you can pop this head off no problem, and you can put on the new customized head. So now you have a really cool one-of-a-kind statue that's actually Violent Ken version now. So if you're really into the pop culture shock statues, it's really cool that you can take these, and if it's your favorite character, you can make that different version of them. Like, there's Evil Ryu, there's Violent Ken, there's even Dark Chun-Li and Dark Sakura in, the Verse series. There's a lot of main versions, so it's really cool. You can really push the limits if you're into these statues and you want to make different versions of them. So we had a couple problems with the statue, but the main thing was get the outfit off, the red one, and get it to the seamstress. So once you pop off the head, the shirt is actually easier to come off no problem, because you can kind of lift it up, kind of get it over this hand, and then take it off that way. Once I did that, I had to get the pants off. Now for the red pants, it's easy to get it off. I mean, if you needed to cut it, or you can tear it, or whatever you needed to do. But the problem is you want to get the new pants on, and you can't pop them in and out of the base. So what I did was I tried prying out the feet, but then I realized that Popculture Shock, they make their keys really thick and really deep, so it really goes deep into the base. And using a hair dryer and trying to hit it with a screwdriver wasn't making it pop out. So I thought maybe I could do the wiggle technique. So I actually tried doing a little bit of the wiggling, and then sure enough, I snapped this leg. I think it was this leg, and then I found out he just kind of fell. But this leg was still in there. So what they did was they designed it with a magnet in here. So what they did is they could put the pants on, the magnet goes, and then they glue him into the base, and he's really secured. Of course, I didn't know any of that. So what I had to do is, once I got that off, I had to repair this leg, and then the magnet was kind of very wobbly. Plus, I had to Dremel out here, so I didn't have these pins left in these feet. So I was like, I was like, what am I going to do? So I came up with the idea is I wanted to make him removable from the base, because I really like it when statues are removable from the base. I think it helps with shipping problems, and it's also just a little bit better because you can kind of pop them in and out, and if you wanted to customize, you could do what you want. So what I did was, once I got a really nice pin and I really fixed up this area, I had to get him back in and out of the base. So what I did was I designed it now where you pop him in and out of the base. I made sure it goes in and out, but really don't want to pop. So I have a pin here now in this foot, but what I did is I put a magnet here and a magnet in there. So then once I actually started to get this all nice and flush and even, I realized the base was warped. It was actually kind of like warped like that. And when I was trying to put them back into the base, I realized that the kind of feet were kind of going up in an angle. So what I had to do is fill this side with A's, fill this side with A's, and then kind of sand it all down to even as much as possible. So it required a little bit of a work to kind of like, really fix it. But I mean, if you saw it, you could see that it was really warped when you looked at it. It must have just been a casting flaw on this specific statue. So that's what I had to fix up. So once I got all that done, the seamstress sent me the outfit. I made sure everything was flush and everything worked. I started painting them up. So I asked the client, what do we want to do with the outfit? He wanted more of the, pop culture shock with the triangles cut and everything. So that's what we did, is we went more with the triangles. Than actually kind of tearing it like I did with my Shinakuma Pass custom. So that's what we went with. Seamstress did a great job. She followed it to the T. Everything worked out pretty good. So it's kind of like, it works out good. I told her to go with more of that blue outfit that we used on my one Akuma in the past, because I kind of like that for Ken. It's kind of like a purplish blue, like a navy type blue, and it works out good. So he's all painted up in Garage Kit flesh tones. We're going to get in a little bit closer for you now so you guys can see all that. I wanted to go with the bronze flesh I really wanted to give it with the Payne's Gray shadowing. Payne's Gray is like a blackish dark blue transparent color transparency, so it worked out pretty good. So hopefully you can see all the different, you know, colors of the skin tone, a little dark, sinister. For the veins, I don't like painting up veins in blues and reds. It's just my personal preference, only because a lot of the Street Fighter artwork doesn't have those. They show veins, but they don't, like, you know, color them in too much. So I just kind of like to follow that. For the gloves, we left the gloves as is, but I, you know, gave them a darker brown. I weathered them out a lot more, so as you can kind of see. So that worked out pretty good. For the feet, same thing. I gave the toenails all really, you know, messed up, dirty toenails on them, because I know Ken is kind of more cleaner than Ryu. He's a little bit more, you know, fancy boy, I guess you can say. I'm just doing that for the Ken fans out there, because in game. But for Violent Ken, I made him a little bit dirtier and really worked him out a little bit more with the nails. So it worked out pretty good. I mean, a really cool custom. I'm really happy I got to work on this. I really love Street Fighter, so it's always great to do Street Fighter customs. And so this hair is actually, well, actually the eyes, I give them in like a metallic white, so this way they kind of glow a little bit. For the hair, this one is white with kind of a Payne's Gray wash in there, but only because it's got a lot of seams and a lot of streaks. So I really wanted to make sure that pops out a little bit more. For this head, since it's kind of more of a stylized anime type look, I just went with a regular 50% gray, just to shadow in some of the underneath areas. I didn't want to go too much on it, but that's what I went with that. And there you go. That is Violent Ken custom statue. Hopefully you guys like the way he came out. A lot of fun. And thanks for watching. So we'll see you next time.